My child, I have big plans for you. Yes, I said it, and I say it again. My child, I have big plans for you. Plans that reach beyond what you see, beyond what you've dared to believe, beyond what the world has told you is possible. You are not wandering endlessly through life. You are being led, intentionally, divinely, precisely, by the one who wrote your days before a single breath filled your lungs. Every moment, every pain, every delay, even every silence has been woven into a tapestry you do not yet fully understand. But I do, because I designed it, and it is beautiful. This isn't just another video. This is my invitation. A sacred moment in time where heaven reaches into your room, into your heart, and whispers truth that breaks chains. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not disqualified. You are standing in the presence of the one who handcrafted your destiny, and I'm here now to awaken it. I see the weight you've been carrying, the pressure to figure it all out, the questions you don't voice, the dreams you've buried beneath disappointment. You've been asking, is there more for me? And I say yes. Not just more, but so much more. More than your past could steal. More than your mistakes could cancel. More than fear could ever limit. Time is moving quickly. Your days are precious. And the enemy has tried to distract you, delay you, diminish you. But I have not changed my mind about you. This message, this very moment, is me reaching into your timeline to remind you, I have not given up. I have not looked away. And I have not stopped planning greater things for your life. But now I ask you something sacred. Will you stay and hear my voice? Or will you turn away like so many others who hear but never linger? Because what I say next could shift everything. Don't skip this. Your destiny is in my voice, and I'm about to speak. My child, pause and breathe in the silence. Do you feel that gentle stirring within your spirit? That is me. I've been whispering your name long before the world called you anything else. I have seen you not just as you are now, but as you were before the stars were hung in the heavens. You are not a product of chance. You are not a passing thought or an afterthought in the story of creation. You are the design of my heart, a holy echo of my own image wrapped in flesh and breath. Come closer now. Let me speak directly into the depths of your being. I form you with purpose. Every thread of your DNA was stitched together by my wisdom. I carved the shape of your soul with eternal care. I chose the sound of your voice, the fire in your eyes, the rhythm of your heartbeat. You are not a mistake. You are my masterpiece, fearfully, wonderfully, intentionally made. Every fingerprint is a declaration of your uniqueness, a heavenly signature that testifies, this one belongs to me. Do not listen to the voices that call you worthless or insignificant. Reject the lies that say you have no place or meaning in this world. You are not invisible to me. I see you fully, know you entirely, and still, I love you without hesitation. I did not create you to blend in or vanish in the crowd. I created you to radiate my glory in the midst of darkness, to shine as a living flame that reveals my light where shadows rule. Lift your eyes, my precious one, and look beyond the mirror. You are more than flesh and flaw. You are spirit and promise. You are purpose wrapped in possibility. I placed gifts inside you that have yet to awaken. I planted dreams in your heart that will one day rise like gardens after the rain. You were not made to drift. You were made to impact. I assigned you to this generation, this moment, this world. Not by chance, but by divine design. So rise up. Stand in the truth of who you are. Let me anchor your identity, not the labels of others. You are my chosen vessel, called to reflect my beauty, my compassion, my strength. When you walk into a room, you carry me with you. When you speak, my spirit breathes through your words. When you love others, you mirror my heart to those who have forgotten what it feels like to be seen and cherished. Trust me, child. I know you fully. I love you deeply. I designed you precisely. Let go of self-doubt. Lay down comparison. Come into alignment with your origin, me. Walk in a certainty that you were formed within Danyan, free impact, free intimacy with me. I have written purpose into every fiber of your being. Let no one steal that truth from you. Now come, step into the light of your calling. Let me reveal more of who you truly are. Let your life testify to the wonder of my workmanship. For in you, through you, and with you, I am unveiling a masterpiece that heaven rejoices to behold. My child, you often measure your future by what your eyes can see, by what your hands can hold, by what your heart dares to imagine. But I, the Lord your God, am not confined by your limitations. I do not plan according to your fears, nor do I draw boundaries where you see walls. I work in realms beyond what your mind can comprehend. My plans for you stretch further than your dreams can ever reach. I am not just a God of potential. I am the God of fulfillment. You think you dreamed big? Let me show you what divine vision looks like. Your dreams, though precious to me, are only the beginning. I do not see you as small, and I do not design small futures for my children. I envision impact that echoes beyond your lifetime. I see legacy, redemption, multiplication. I see lives touched because you dared to say yes to me. I see chains breaking because you chose obedience. I see generations shifting because you let me lead your steps. Come now. Let me renew your mind. Lay down the idea that I've forgotten you. I have never lost sight of your future, even when you lost sight of me. You called it delay. I called it preparation. You saw failure. I saw foundation. You labeled it loss. I declared it sacred transformation. I do not waste the wilderness. I do not ignore the tears. I gather every shattered moment and use it as the soil for something greater. Trust me with your ashes. I am the God who creates beauty from broken things. Lift up your chin. Stop counting your setbacks as endings. They are doorways to my glory. I am the author of your story, and I do not write tragedies without triumphs. I am not done. I am still writing, still weaving, still building. So don't give up in the middle. Don't quit the process because the page feels heavy. Keep walking. Keep believing. Keep surrendering. Trust me, my child. Trust that I see the end from the beginning. Trust that what I have written over your life is sealed with grace and finished with glory. Let me be the dreamer of your dreams and the fulfiller of them all. I will surprise you. I will exceed your expectations. I will open doors you never thought would open, and I will close those that were never meant for you. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are right on time in my divine calendar. So dream again, but this time, dream with me. Dream with holy confidence. Dream with faith that breathes. Dream with a heart rooted in my promises. I am not the God of maybe. I am the God of yes and amen. And I tell you now, what I have prepared for you is not just good, it is glorious. You wonder sometimes, where is God? You cry in the night when no one else hears. You hide your pain behind smiles. But my child, listen, hear me now. I am here. I have always been here. I have never left you, not for a moment. From the first breath you drew, to your quietest tears in the midnight hour, I have been by your side. I am not a distant deity watching from afar. I am the father who wraps his arms around his child and says, I will not let you go. You do not walk alone. Even when you feel abandoned by people, misunderstood by friends, or unseen by the world, I am your constant. I go before you. I stand behind you. I walk beside you. My spirit lives within you. Every heartbeat is a testimony that I am near. Every breath is a reminder that I have not withdrawn my presence. When you tremble, I hold you. When you fall, I lift you. When you rejoice, I rejoice with you. Let this truth anchor your soul. I am your Emmanuel, God with you. Not only in the sacred moments, but in the mundane. Not only in the victories, but in the valleys. I see your routine, your fatigue, your efforts that go unnoticed. I am there in your morning coffee and your late night doubts. I am there when the room is silent and your thoughts are loud. You have never been forsaken. I made you a promise, and I do not break what I swear by my name. I will never leave you nor forsake you. You may not always feel me, but faith is not about feeling. It is about trusting my presence even in the quiet. I am with you in the fire. I am with you in the flood. I am with you when you stand strong and when you collapse into tears. My love doesn't waver based on your performance. My nearness doesn't shift with your mood. I am unchanging, unwavering, unmoved by the chaos around you. I am your stability. So rest, my child. Let your heart be still. Breathe deeply and know that I am God, and I am with you. Invite me into your moments. Talk to me during the day. Whisper my name before you sleep. Acknowledge my presence and watch how peace floods your soul. The storm may not stop, but I will calm you in its center. The path may not always be clear, but I will light your next step. Cling to this truth. You are never alone, and you never will be. I am closer than your next breath, deeper than your deepest thought, stronger than your worst day. Walk forward in that confidence. I am with you, always. You do not need to explain to me what you long for. I already know. I placed those sacred desires within you before you even knew how to name them. Your dreams are not invisible to me. Your silent prayers, the aching hopes you hold close to your chest, the whispered wishes spoken in the dark, all of them, I hear. I am not indifferent to your longing. I am not distant from your desire. I am the one who shaped your heart, and I know every chamber intimately. Trust me when I say this. I delight in blessing you. I do not tease you with hope just to take it away. I do not dangle promises out of reach. My timing is not cruelty. It is preparation. I bless you not always when you want, but always when it will bear fruit. What you call delay, I call divine alignment. What you call silence, I call sacred setup. I withhold nothing out of malice. When I close a door, it is to lead you to something better. When I ask you to wait, it is because I am working behind the scenes, aligning, adjusting, preparing what you cannot yet see. Your desires matter to me. I do not dismiss them, even the small ones. I care about your happiness, your fulfillment, your joy. But I also care about your becoming. Sometimes I fulfill your desires by transforming them, maturing them, deepening them, aligning them more fully with my will. And in doing so, I draw you closer. I don't want to give you just what you want. I want to give you what will bless you, sustain you, and draw you deeper into me. So come to me. Lay your heart bare. Tell me everything. Trust me with your hopes. Let me carry the weight of your expectations. Let me surprise you with how I answer. Sometimes I will give you exactly what you asked for. Sometimes I will give you more. And sometimes my answer will not match your request, but it will match your need. Wait with faith. Keep dreaming with me. Do not be afraid to ask again. I am the God who sees. I am the God who gives. I am the God who satisfies the soul. And I am faithful. I will not forget you. I will not overlook you. What I have begun in you, I will bring to fulfillment. Your heart is safe with me. I know it well, and I know exactly how to bless it. You carry pain in places even you cannot fully name. Wounds beneath the surface, hidden beneath smiles, tucked behind strength. But I see them all. I feel the weight you try to bear quietly. I hear the cries you silence because you're not sure anyone would understand. My child, listen, I understand. Not one sorrow has escaped my gaze. Not one affliction has gone unnoticed. I know every betrayal, every loss, every silence that screamed louder than words. I am not distant from your pain. I am not unmoved by your tears. I was with you in the moment it happened. I felt the sting of abandonment when they turned away. I held you in the night when the memories returned. I caught every tear that slid down your cheek and stored it as a testimony of the healing I am now bringing forth. I am the Lord who heals you, not just your body, but your memories, your emotions, your fractured identity. Let me into the places you've locked up. Invite me into the broken corners you hide, even from yourself. Healing begins when you stop pretending you're fine and start letting me restore what has been torn. You don't have to carry the shame of the past. You don't need to wear pain like armor. You were not made to bleed forever. I am applying my oil to your scars. I am placing my hand over your heart. Feel my presence as I whisper into your pain. It is time to heal. You may not heal in a moment, but you will heal in my time. And when you do, your scars will no longer speak of wounding. They will speak of mercy. They will remind you of how far you've come, how faithful I've been, and how whole you become. What once broke you will become the very testimony that sets others free. Where you once bled, rivers of healing will now flow. I will not just patch you together. I will make you whole. Now release the lies that tell you healing is impossible. Reject the belief that you'll always feel this way. Let go of the bitterness you've wrapped around your pain to protect yourself. My love is a better shield. My presence is a deeper balm. You will dance again, not just with a forced smile, but with a heart set free. I will breathe life into your stillness. I will call you out of the grave of old memories and into the garden of restoration. Come, my child. Let me tend to you. Lay your head on my shoulder and rest. I'm here. I am steady. I am healing you, layer by layer, memory by memory, wound by wound. Trust the process. Cling to my promise. Your mourning will turn to joy. Your ashes will become beauty. And one day you will look back not in pain but in awe. For I, the Lord your healer, have done it. My child, do not walk away yet. We've only just begun. If you stop now, you'll miss the part where I restore what was broken, where I whisper the answers you've been asking in secret. It would grieve me if you turned away before I finished the healing I have started. Today, I am still speaking. You have asked why the road has been hard. You have wondered why some doors closed, why plans unraveled, why your prayers didn't change the circumstance. But I tell you, not all resistance is rejection. Some of it is redirection. Some of it is discipline, not for punishment, but for preparation. My child, I correct those I love. I prune what I intend to grow. I refine what I desire to use. And I love you too much to leave you where you are. Do not fear my correction. It is not wrathful, it is purposeful. I do not strike with anger. I shape with wisdom. You are not being crushed. You are being molded. When I say no, it is not because I delight in withholding. It is because I see the full picture, and you see only one frame. I am developing your endurance. I am strengthening your faith. I am building something in you that will last beyond seasons and withstand every storm. You have asked me for more favor, more impact, more blessing. But before I pour out abundance, I prepare the vessel. Would you pour treasure into a cracked jar? Neither would I. So I seal the leaks. I reinforce your character. I purify your motives. I cut away the branches that bear no fruit so that the fruitful ones may flourish all the more. It may sting, but it is holy. It may challenge you, but it will change you. Embrace my discipline. Do not resist the pruning. Submit your will, not in fear, but in love. When I correct you, it is because I see in you something greater than what you see in yourself. I am not trying to control you. I am freeing you. I am breaking habits that would destroy your destiny. I am exposing lies so you can walk in truth. I am dismantling your pride so I can crown you with glory. Let go of shame. Discipline is not condemnation. It is confirmation that you are mine. You are a son. You are a daughter. I am not here to punish, I am here to parent. And a good father shapes his child with care, with boundaries, with love that calls you higher. So when the fire comes, do not flee. Stay with me in the heat. For the flames are not meant to burn you. They are meant to forge you. Walk with me through this refining. Ask me what I am doing in your discomfort. Invite me to speak through the discipline. And you will find, not a harsh judge, but a tender father. One who teaches not with guilt, but with grace. One who is raising you up, not pushing you down. I am forming in you the likeness of my Son. That is my aim. That is my joy. That is my love. You feel weary, don't you? The journey hath been long. The days feel heavy. You keep going, but somewhere deep within, your soul whispers for help. I hear that whisper. I see the silent battles, the exhaustion that doesn't show on your face but lives behind your eyes. And I say this to you now, with power and tenderness. My grace is your strength. My spirit is your breath. You are not meant to carry this alone. Let go of the idea that strength looks like never needing help. That is not my way. True strength begins where your own ends. You are not weak because you need me. You are powerful because you have me. My power is not a supplement. It is your source. My strength is not an accessory. It is your foundation. I did not call you to live a life of striving. I called you to walk in reliance on me. You ask how you face what's ahead. You ask how you'll keep going when everything in you wants to stop. I tell you this, I will equip you. I will fill your hands with what you lack. I will infuse your heart with courage. I will renew your mind with peace. I will be the wind in your lungs when you can't catch your breath. You are not running alone. I am with you in every step. So rise. Take my hand again. Even if you stumbled yesterday, I'm still here today. My mercy is new. My strength is constant. You may not feel ready, but I will make you ready. You may not feel capable, but I will make you capable. I will teach your hands to war and your feet to stand firm. I will shield you from behind and blaze a path before you. You lack nothing when you walk with me. Speak strength over yourself. Declare it in the valley. Whisper it in the silence. Let it be your anthem. The Lord is my strength. And as you declare it, watch how it begins to rise in you. My joy will be your energy. My word will be your weapon. My promises will be your anchor. The journey is not over, and neither is your strength. You are not breaking. You are becoming. I am shaping a warrior within you, not the kind the world recognizes, but the kind that heaven rejoices over. You will not be defeated. You will not collapse under the weight. You are being upheld by hands that never grow tired. Trust me. Breathe deeply. Take the next step. My strength is not running out, and neither will you. You look at your resources and feel fear whisper, "It's not enough." You glance at the bills, the expectations, the demands, and wonder how you'll make it. But I ask you now to lift your eyes. Stop measuring your future by what's in your hand. I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider, and I lack nothing. I do not bless according to the limits of your wallet. I bless according to the riches of my glory, which are endless, eternal, and overflowing with favor for you. Everything you see belongs to me. The fields you pass, the rivers that flow, the mountains that stand tall, I spoke them into existence. Do you not understand yet, my child? If I feed the birds that neither sow nor reap, how much more will I care for the one made in my image? I have not brought you this far to abandon you now. I have not led you to the edge only to leave you empty-handed. I will supply all your needs. And when I do, you will know it was me, no one else. You will know it was my hand, my timing, my grace. Stop depending on your ability to control every outcome. Provision doesn't flow from your striving. It flows from your surrender. Let go of the fear that clenches your fists. Open your hands and let me fill them. When you try to hold on too tightly, you block the blessings I want to give. Trust me with your lack. Trust me with the gaps. I am the God who brings manna from heaven and water from rocks. I am not limited by the natural. I create the miraculous. There will be moments when you think I am late, but I am never late. I wait for the appointed time, the divine moment when your heart is ready to carry the blessing without being crushed by it. I am not only preparing provision for you, and preparing you for provision. Because what I give is sacred, and I will not pour treasure into a heart ruled by fear. I give to those who walk in faith, who believe even before they see. Can you trust me even in the silence? Will you keep walking when the well seems dry? Because I am already sending the rain. Gratitude is your gateway to overflow. When you bless me for what you have, you make room for more. When you praise me in the drought, you position yourself for the harvest. I respond to faith. I respond to thanksgiving. I respond to trust that says, even if I don't see it yet, I believe my God will provide. Let that be your anthem. So release the panic. Silence the voices of scarcity. I will sustain you. I will astonish you. I will provide in ways you never expected and through channels you never imagined. I will place provision in your hands not just for survival, but for significance. I will bless you so you can bless others. I will make you a vessel through which my abundance flows. Trust in me, not in the market, not in the job, not in the paycheck. I alone am your source. Walk forward with your head lifted high. Your provider walks with you. You've tried so hard to be seen. You've poured yourself out in places that never looked back. You've offered kindness, effort, love, only to be overlooked or forgotten. But I tell you now with the fullness of my authority, I see you. I see every quiet sacrifice, every unnoticed act of integrity, every tear you wiped before anyone could witness it. You are not invisible to me. You are deeply seen, fully known, eternally valued. I look at your heart, not your performance. I see through the layers others misjudge. I see the intention behind your obedience, the quiet faithfulness when no one applauded. I see how you loved when it was difficult, how you chose truth when it cost you. The world measures my surface, but I look deeper. I discern what man ignores. You are not what they label you. You are who I declare you to be, chosen, radiant, courageous, and mine. Your value is not determined by your audience. You don't need a platform to prove your worth. I see what is done in secret. I reward what is done in humility. When others walked past your pain, I stopped and lingered. When they saw failure, I saw affirmation. When they dismissed you, I documented your faithfulness in my eternal records. I do not forget. I do not ignore. I do not delay justice. Come closer and listen well. I will exalt what has been hidden. I will reveal the treasure they missed. I will raise you in due time, not because you demanded it, but because you trusted me to do it. I honor humility. I lift the lowly. I reward those who seek not praise but purpose. Let go of the need to prove yourself. Rest in the truth that you are already fully seen by the only one who matters. Walk in peace. Let me validate you. Let me vindicate you. Your life is not about impressing others. It's about fulfilling the design I placed within you. When you stop trying to be seen and start seeking me, you will step into favor no man can take from you. I see the effort no one thanked you for. I see the prayers you've sown in silence. I see the faith that held on when circumstances screamed otherwise. And I promise you, none of it is in vain. I will bring forth fruit in its time. I will cause others to marvel at the strength they never knew you had. Because I was the one building it in you all along. Now stand in the confidence of being seen by God. Walk not for the applause of man, but for the approval of heaven. You are not forgotten. You are celebrated here. And when the time is right, I will show the world what I've always seen in you. You wonder sometimes, do I have anything to offer? You compare yourself to others and question your significance. But my child, hear me now. I placed within you gifts that carry eternal weight. You were never meant to copy someone else's calling. You were formed to express a facet of my glory that no one else can reveal. What I placed in you is not small. It is sacred. You carry my craftsmanship in your very being. Every gift I gave you serves a purpose in my kingdom. Whether you lead multitudes or quietly serve in the shadows, every act has power when it flows from obedience. Stop underestimating the divine potential I seeded into your soul. Do not bury the gifts I entrusted to you out of fear or doubt. Stir them not. Use them boldly. I equipped you for such a time as this. You do not need to wait until you feel ready. I do not call the kovang a golevited pone. And I have called you. I have placed within you words that heal, hands that build, a heart that carries my compassion. You carry wisdom forged in trials, strength formed through adversity, faith tempered in fire. These are not random traits. These are tools I crafted for my glory. You've let discouragement silence your voice. You've allowed failure to convince you that you're not usable. But I use broken vessels. I choose the overlooked. I anoint the unlikely. It's not about how impressive you appear, it's about how available you are. Will you offer what I've given, even if it feels small? Because in my hands, even a mustard seed becomes a mountain mover. Step out. Use your gift. Write the words. Imaso. Build the vision. Start the mission. Speak the truth. Serve the weary. Teach the hungry. Whatever I placed in you, let it flow. You were not meant to hoard it. You were made to release it. And when you do, my power will flow through you in ways you've never imagined. Your calling is not detached from your gifting. The very things that stir your heart are clues to your purpose. Pay attention to what moves you. Pay attention to what angers you with holy fire. These are signs pointing to the space I created for you to fill. You are not a spare part in the body of Christ. You are essential. You are equipped. You are empowered. Now arise and activate what I placed inside you. Walk in authority. Speak with clarity. Move with courage. Your gifts are keys to unlock doors, for you and for others. Do not delay. The world is waiting, and I, your Creator, am already cheering you on. You now see, my hand has placed gifts within you. But child, what I place in you, I also use through you. So listen now. This moment is not just about receiving my voice. It's about becoming a vessel that carries it forward. You've asked me to use your life. This, right now, is how I am answering. Every super thanks you sow, every membership you step into, is a spiritual seed. Not into a platform, but into the soil of eternal destinies. You are helping my voice reach someone standing on the edge of despair. What you give becomes my whisper to them. I have a plan for you too. I said give, and it will be given to you. And I never lie. I pour back with favor, peace, and abundance that overflows like rivers in the desert. Live. Give. Move in faith. And watch what I unlock through your obedience. The harvest is waiting. Partner with me now. Your offering can also flow through the PayPal link in the video description. Nothing sown in my name is ever wasted. Beloved, please don't silence my voice mid-sentence. You've heard of my purpose and provision, but I still have more to pour into your spirit. If you leave now, you'll miss the revelation that could free you from what's held you bound for years. I brought you this far because I long to take you farther. Don't break the connection. Remain with me. You have spent many nights haunted by the echoes of your own memories. You've wondered if your past has disqualified you, if your mistakes have stained your calling, if your failures are permanent scars that mark you as unusable. But I tell you now with unwavering authority, nothing from your past is wasted in my hands. Nothing. I am the Redeemer of all things, and I will take even what was broken, bruised, and bitter, and turn it into beauty that testifies of my glory. You have regrets, so do all who live and learn. But I am not bound by your regrets. I am not surprised by your wounds. I am not ashamed of your story. I was there in every moment you thought I was absent. I was already crafting redemption even as the pain was unfolding. Every tear you shed was collected. Every failure you feared was final became a seed I buried, only to resurrect in due time as testimony. I am not finished with your story. I am just getting started. Let me use what you've tried to forget. Let me redeem the very things you think disqualified you. The enemy wants to keep you trapped in shame, but I am inviting you into freedom. Your past is not your prison. It is the platform upon which I will display my mercy. Others will see what I've done through you and know that I am a God who transforms ashes into crowns. What once caused you to hide will become the very story that heals others. You don't need to rewrite your history to be useful. You just need to surrender it. I know every chapter, and I intend to use each one. Nothing is too messy for me. Nothing is too dark. I walked with you through every shadow so I could walk you out into the light. I will use your brokenness to display my healing. I will use your weakness to reveal my strength. I will use your past to unlock doors for people who think they're too far gone. Come to me without shame. Hand me every memory. Let me breathe truth over every lie you've believed about yourself. You are not damaged. You are delivered. You are not cursed. You are chosen. You are not lost in your past. You are rising from it. I am building something eternal in you, something no failure can steal. So do not silence your story. Tell it with boldness. Tell it with the fire of someone who knows what it means to be rescued. Let your voice carry redemption. Let your scars point to healing. I am not ashamed of you. I am proud of you. And through you, I will show the world what grace looks like in motion. You feel like everything around you has grown quiet. The noise has dulled. The doors have closed. The familiar has faded. You are in the wilderness, and you wonder if you've been forgotten. But listen to me now, and let every word become a lamp in your dry season. The wilderness is not your punishment. It is your preparation. It is the sacred place where I refine you for the weight of the promise I am about to deliver. I do not waste the wilderness. It is here, away from the crowd and the comfort, that I speak the loudest. It is here that you learn to hear my whisper again. It is here that the noise of the world fades and the sound of my spirit becomes undeniable. I bring you to the desert not to abandon you, but to draw you closer, to strengthen your roots, to deepen your hunger, to awaken the holy fire that no storm can extinguish. You are not stuck. You are being shaped. I am forging endurance within you. I am removing what cannot go with you into your next season. You asked me to use you, but first I must prepare you. Not just your gifts, but your heart. Not just your voice, but your character. I will not elevate you until your soul is anchored in me. Because what I have planned for you requires depth, and depth is formed in stillness. Stop resisting the quiet. Press into it. Sit with me. Let the wilderness become your altar. Lay down the timelines and the expectations. Surrender the pressure to be seen. Trust me enough to believe that delay is not denial. It is divine training. If I allowed the desert, I also mark the exit. I know the way out, and when the time is right, I will lead you into the land I promised. In this place, I am revealing who you are without titles, without affirmation, without applause. You are not defined by what you do. You are defined by who you belong to. And here, in the solitude, I remind you of your identity. I call you by name. I remove every label the world placed on you. I sanctify your mind, renew your strength, and rebuild your faith. I give you a fresh vision. I anchor you again. Do not despise this season. Do not rush past it. There is revelation in the wilderness. There is intimacy. There is growth. And when you leave it, you will not be the same. You will walk with authority. You will speak with wisdom. You will carry the kind of weight that only comes from time spent alone with me. Let me finish the work. Let me finish you. You wonder what it takes to unlock what I promised you. You ask, how do I step into everything you've spoken over my life? The answer is not hidden. It is simple. It is powerful. It is obedience. I do not require perfection. I require surrender. I do not need grandeur. I desire faithfulness. It is your obedience that gives me room to move through you. It is your yes, even when it's costly, that invites my supernatural power into the natural course of your life. When you obey, you align yourself with heaven's design. When you follow my word, even in small things, you position yourself for great things. Do not underestimate the weight of a quiet act of faith. I see when you forgive even though it hurts. I see when you speak truth even when it's unpopular. I see when you honor me with your finances, your time, your choices. These are not just actions. They are sacred sacrifices. They are offerings that open doors no man can close. I know obedience isn't always easy. Sometimes it means letting go of what you thought you wanted. Sometimes it means walking away from what feels safe. But every step of obedience, even the painful ones, builds your future. It is through your surrender that I shape your destiny. I have never overlooked the obedience of my children, and I will not start with you. The breakthrough you are asking for, some of it rests on your willingness to move when I say move. To release what I ask you to release. To say yes when I whisper go. Your obedience unlocks generational blessing. Your surrender doesn't just affect you, it affects those who come after you. I'm building something bigger than you see. And every obedient act is a stone in the foundation of what's to come. So do not wait until you understand. Do not delay until you feel ready. Move when I speak. Trust when I command. Act when I lead. I will never ask you for obedience and then abandon you in it. I will empower what I instruct. I will strengthen what I initiate. When you take the first step, I will meet you with provision, with power, with peace. Let go of hesitation. Lay down excuses. Choose obedience even when the path isn't clear. When you walk with me in faith, I will walk with you in favor. I will do more through your obedience than you could ever achieve through ambition. I will breathe on your sacrifice. I will multiply your yes. Now rise. Listen. Follow. I am speaking. I am leading. And I am ready to work through you in ways that will astonish even the heavens. You have been attacked, misunderstood, slandered, and abandoned. You felt the sting of betrayal and the confusion of injustice. But I say to you now, you do not need to defend yourself. You do not need to prove your worth or fight your own battles. I am your defender. I rise in power to protect what is mine, and you are mine. I have seen every word spoken against you in secret. I have heard the accusations whispered behind closed doors. I watched when others doubted your heart, twisted your intentions, or cast shadows over your name. You remained silent, and it felt like weakness. But to me, the silence was worship. Your restraint was not passivity, it was trust. And the trust moved me. I will not let the righteous be mocked forever. I will not allow the enemy's voice to define your story. I will expose every lie. I will bring light to every hidden scheme. I will silence every voice that rises to condemn you. You do not need to retaliate. You need only to be still. I fight on your behalf, and my justice is perfect. Vengeance is not yours to carry. It is too heavy for your hands and too dangerous for your soul. Let me bear it. I repay. I restore. I defend. I see the battlefield that is invisible to you. I am striking in places you cannot reach. I am dismantling strategies formed against you before they even touch your feet. You are not unprotected. You are not uncovered. My angels encamp around you. My presence surrounds you like fire. When you walk through opposition, walk tall. Not because of your strength, but because of my shield. And no weapon formed against you will succeed. Not one. The blade may be forged, but it will shatter on impact. The tongue may rise, but I will silence it with truth. The enemy may approach, but I will cause him to flee in 7 directions. You are not vulnerable. You are not at risk. You are under my defense. Stop rehearsing your pain. Stop replaying the betrayals. Lift your eyes. See the king who fights for you. I go before you. I cover your rear. I walk beside you with sword drawn and eyes blazing. I do not slumber. I do not overlook. I do not forget. I defend not only your safety but your dignity, and I will restore what was stolen. Let me vindicate you. Let me make it right. Let me show those around you what it looks like when I raise one of my own. Here is no court higher than my throne. Here is no voice louder than mine. I have the final word, and my word over you is justice. You've held on to words I've spoken to your spirit, clinging to them through silence and storms. At times, you've questioned if you heard me correctly. You've wondered if you imagined my voice, or if I changed my mind. But hear me now with clarity. What I promised, I will fulfill. My word is not suggestion. It is decree. My timing is not delay. It is design. I do not speak casually. Every promise I make is bound to my character, and my character cannot lie. When I said I would heal, I meant it. When I said I would restore, I committed myself to it. When I said I would open doors, I carved them into your future. The wait may feel endless, but the fulfillment is guaranteed. I am not slow. I am strategic. You've mistaken stillness for absence. But even when you see nothing, I am moving. Even when all feels dormant, I am orchestrating what cannot be undone. I am not just arranging external circumstances. I am shaping you to carry the promise well. I will not give you something meant for a heart still bound in fear. So I wait until you are ready. Adabale, but abrev the way to what I give. Stop looking at time as your enemy. You are not late. You are not behind. You are right where I need you to be. I am not confined to your calendar. I do not measure progress by how fast you move. I measure it by how deeply you trust. My promise still stands, even if the terrain has shifted. My covenant does not expire. Heaven is watching not to see if I will act, but to see when I will reveal what I've already begun. Your faith has power. When you believe, even without evidence, you partner with my divine will. Every time you choose hope over despair, you anchor yourself in eternal truth. That hope will not disappoint you, because I, the one who made the promise, am faithful, and my faithfulness never fails. Hold fast. Do not loosen your grip. Continue declaring what I told you. Continue preparing for what you haven't yet seen. You are not foolish to believe me. You are wise. You are aligned with heaven. And what is aligned with heaven cannot be stopped by earth. The promise is not lost. It is maturing. It is multiplying. It is drawing near. And when it comes to pass, it will be clear to all that it was my hand that fulfilled it. Not chance, not effort, not man. I will finish what I started. I always do. Listen, my precious one. Don't let your heart grow distracted now. You are standing at the edge of a breakthrough. If you stop here, you'll never see the full beauty of what I am revealing. It would break my heart to watch you walk away just before the light pierces the storm. Stay near. The next words carry your victory. You long for clarity, for certainty, for a map with every step marked. But I call you into something deeper. I call you to faith. Not blind hope, but radical trust. Trust that sees what eyes cannot. Trust that follows even when the path disappears. Trust that rests not in outcomes but in me. I am not asking you to predict the future. I'm asking you to walk with me into it. Step by step. Breath by breath. Obedience without the full picture. Faith is not passive. It is the boldest posture a soul can take. It says, even without guarantees, I will follow. And that is the walk that pleases me most. Do not wait until you feel ready. Faith isn't the absence of fear. It is the choice to move forward despite it. I see your trembling hands, your hesitant heart. And yet I still say, come. Because I know what's waiting on the other side of your yes. You've been asking for breakthrough, but breakthrough stands behind obedience. You've been praying for signs, but I am calling you to step before the sign arrives. Let go of the need for control. Surrender the addiction to certainty. What I am building in you cannot coexist with fear. So release it. Place your feet on the waters. Trust that I will hold you above the waves. When you walk by faith, you tap into heaven's economy. You activate what logic cannot understand. You are not walking into darkness. You are walking into promise. I go before you, lighting the way, even when the light is only enough for one step. But that one step is enough. That one act of faith is the key. I never require what I do not empower. I will not call you unless I've equipped you. You will not walk alone. Faith transforms you. It stretches your spirit. It opens your eyes. You begin to see not what is, but what could be. You begin to hear not the noise, but my voice. You begin to live not by survival, but by destiny. Now is the time to move. The season is shifting. What lies ahead requires faith that cannot be shaken. So rise. Step forward. Speak what I've spoken. Go where I lead. Trust without hesitation. And you will watch miracles unfold around you, not because you forced them, but because you believed when it mattered most. Your future is not built on sight. It is built on faith. And that faith, your faith, moves me. You were not created to perform for me. You were not formed merely to follow rules or carry out tasks. My desire was never for your obligation. It has always been for your heart. I did not craft you for religion. I made you for relationship. I am not standing at a distance waiting for you to impress me. I am leaning in, always near, always reaching, longing to walk with you in the cool of the day, as I did in the beginning. I know you seek purpose, clarity, breakthroughs. I know you want direction. But before any of that, what I want most is you. I want your attention when the world pulls you into 1,000 distractions. I want your voice in the morning when your mind races toward your to-do list. I want your thoughts at night when your head hits the pillow. I am not looking for perfection. I am looking for presence. Yours. You do not need to earn access to me. The veil was torn, the barrier removed, the door flung open wide. Come in. Speak freely. Cry if you must. Laugh if you can. I delight in your nearness. You are not a burden to me. You are my beloved. I do not grow tired of your questions. I do not grow weary of your weakness. I am the Father who waits patiently, whose arms never close, whose ears are always tuned to your whisper. Let prayer become more than a ritual. Let it become your lifeline. Let it be the place where you lay down the weight and pick up peace. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Talk to me now. In the kitchen, on the road, in the silence between meetings. I am with you. My spirit is closer than your breath. I speak not just through the thunder, but through the stillness. Will you quiet your heart enough to hear me? I have secrets to share with you, mysteries of my heart that are revealed only in closeness. I want to reveal my thoughts, my emotions, my dreams for your life. I want to show you how I see others, how I see you. I want to fill you so deeply with my presence that your life becomes an overflow of our communion. Everything changes when you walk in union with me. Fear loses its grip. Anxiety dissipates. Purpose becomes clear. Joy becomes unshakable. Do not settle for surface-level faith. Press into the depths. Seek me not just for answers, but for friendship. Read my word not as a manual, but as a love letter. Worship not just with melody, but with surrender. I am not far. I am here. I am knocking even now, waiting for your response. Let me in not just into your church life or your moral choices, but into the hidden corridors of your soul. I want all of you. I already gave all of me. Let's walk together, not just once in a while, but daily, constantly, eternally. You were never meant to carry your journey alone. Even in my design of creation, I declared it is not good for man to be isolated. I formed you for community, not as a concept, but as a living, breathing reality of my heart. I placed you into my body, not just for comfort, but for power, for growth, for divine partnership. The church is not merely a gathering, it is my bride. And within her, I have hidden strength you cannot find anywhere else. When you isolate, the enemy lies louder. When you pull away, the weight feels heavier. But when you walk with those I've connected to you, something shifts. You were made to be surrounded, supported, sharpened. The encouragement you crave, the wisdom you need, the love you long for, it's often found through the hearts of those I've placed beside you. My spirit moves powerfully through fellowship. Where two or more gather in my name, I step in with presence that transforms. When you pray with others, you multiply your fire. When you worship in unity, heaven opens wider. When you carry one another's burdens, you fulfill the law of Christ, not law as in obligation, but law as in divine rhythm, the harmony of how I intended life to be. You not allow offense, fear, or disappointment to rob you of this gift. Community is messy because people are broken, but so are you. And through that brokenness, I pour out healing. Through imperfection, I show my grace. Through unity, I reveal my glory. You do not need a crowd, you need covenant connection. Not everyone is meant to walk closely with you, but I have ordained specific hearts to walk with you in purpose. Stay planted. Stay connected. The enemy seeks to divide so he can conquer. But when you remain in the vine and link arms with my body, you become unshakable. You receive the impartation you didn't know you were missing. You receive strength in the moments you feel weakest. My church is not a building. It is a battalion, an embassy of heaven, a family of warriors and worshipers who rise together and overcome by the blood and the word of their testimonies. If you've been hurt by people, bring the wound to me. I will heal it, and I will show you where to replant. Do not abandon what I have called sacred. Do not give up on what I still call holy. There is still a remnant who loves me with fire. There is still a family that longs for you, that needs you, that holds a piece of your calling in their hands. You are not a lone flame. You are part of a wildfire. And when my church rises together, there is no force in hell that can stand against her. Your journey had been long. You've endured suffering that no one else fully knows. You've carried weight that would have crushed others. But you did not give up. You did not walk away. You chose to stay with me when it would have been easier to run. And I tell you now, none of it was for nothing. I have seen every moment. I have documented every sacrifice. I will crown your life with glory, not earthly fame, not fleeting praise, but glory divine, radiant, eternal. The kind that does not fade with time, the kind that outlasts human applause. You were never living for man's approval. You were sowing into eternity. and I reward those who seek me in secret. I elevate those who humble themselves before me. The crown I give cannot be bought or earned. It is placed by my hand on those who persevere. You may feel overlooked now, but the unseen obedience, the hidden prayers, the private tears, they are forming jewels in your crown. Your faith in the dark places will shine in the courts of heaven. Your perseverance in silence will echo through eternity. I am not looking for those who perform. I am crowning those who remain faithful. This world will never fully understand what you've endured. But I do. And I will not forget. I will honor what others ignored. I will celebrate what others criticized. I will lift you, not for your glory, but for mine, so all may see what it looks like when someone truly walks with me. Your trials have produced something sacred. They have forged character, purified motives, deepened compassion. You carry a weight of glory even now. Others feel it when you speak. They sense it when you pray. You carry my fragrance. You've become an atmosphere shifter, not by striving but by surrender. And the more you yield, the more I increase my glory upon you. This life is not the end. There is more waiting. There is a city whose foundations I laid. There is a throne, a reward, a celebration for those who ran their race well. And when you stand before me, I will not speak with generality. I will speak with specificity. I will recount every step, every act of love, every moment you chose me. And then I will say it, well done. Hold your head high, not in pride but in promise. You are not forgotten. You are crowned. Before you drew your first breath, before you opened your eyes to the light of this world, I loved you. My love existed before time did. It was not initiated by your behavior, your decisions, or your devotion. I chose you in eternity. I set my affection upon you, not because of what you could do for me, but simply because you are mine. Nothing you've done has ever shocked me. I have seen every chapter of your story from beginning to end, and still, I love you without hesitation, without second thought, without reserve. I watched over you in the womb. I sang over you in your infancy. I walked beside you through childhood pain, through adolescent confusion, through adult storms. I've been present in every moment, the ones you treasure and the ones you wish you could erase. Even when you wandered, even when you doubted, even when you blamed me, I did not withdraw. My love held you steady. My presence remained. I have never distanced myself from you. If you felt far from me, it was not because I move. You have tried to earn what I freely give. You strived to be worthy of what I already bestowed. But listen closely, my precious one. You are loved, not because you got it right, but because I am love. My love is not fragile. It does not flicker with your emotions. It does not diminish with your weakness. It does not withhold itself when you fail. I do not love as the world loves. I do not take back what I've given. I do not grow tired of your need. My love is relentless, faithful, and unbreakable. Every scar you carry, I've traced them with compassion. Every lie you've believed, I've confronted with truth. Every moment you felt unloved, I've hovered near, waiting for you to see me. You've asked, how could you still love me after all I've done? But I don't love you because of what you've done. I love you because of who I am. My love does not increase when you succeed, nor decrease when you fall. It remains strong, steadfast, eternal. When I sent my son, it was not just a gesture. It was the clearest expression of my heart. I was not punishing you. I was rescuing you. I was making a way back to me. I was restoring the bond that sin tried to sever. The cross was not just an event. It was an eternal declaration. This is how far I will go to win you back. And I did. I paid the price. Not because I had to, but because I wanted to. Because no distance between us was acceptable to me. Stop hiding. Stop wondering if you've crossed some invisible line. There is no depth my love cannot reach. There is no failure too dark for me to redeem. You are not too broken, too damaged, or too far gone. You are still my child. You are still the one I pursue. Even now I am calling your name, not with condemnation, but with kindness. Not to shame you, but to draw you close. I long for you. I want your heart. I want you to know that in every moment, my arms are open. Come back. Come closer. Let me love you fully, deeply, completely. Let me wash away every lie, every fear, every unworthy thought. I know you've tried to protect yourself from hurt, from rejection, from disappointment. But with me there is no risk. I will never leave. I will never betray. I will never withdraw. My love is your home, your anchor, your future. You may not feel lovable, but that doesn't change the truth. I've set my everlasting love upon you, and nothing will change that. Not time, not failure, not distance, not even death. You are mine, and I am yours, now and forever. Let this be the voice that echoes in your soul. You are completely loved. You are eternally chosen. You are forever mine. You've heard the depths of my love, everlasting, unbreakable, eternal. And now I call you to respond, not with mere emotion, but with action that echoes what your spirit has received. You are not just a listener. You are part of the move of my voice across the earth. You've prayed, use me, Lord. This is how I answer. Every act of support, every super thanks, every membership, every seed sown through PayPal is a holy offering. It turns this moment into ministry for someone else's miracle. It carries my love into places you cannot go, to hearts crying out, God, do you still speak? I will bless what you give. I will multiply it, not just in resources, but in spiritual inheritance, in generational favor, in a covering that cannot be broken. This is a divine assignment. Now act. Live. Give. Partner with me. Don't let this holy ground pass untouched. Let your generosity become the next voice I use to reach another soul who needs to hear, you are mine. To give through PayPal, visit the link in the video description. Heaven sees. Heaven records. Heaven rewards. And now, pause. Close your eyes if you can. Let this be a moment between you and me. Let the noise fall away. Let my words settle into the soil of your spirit. You have heard my voice. You have felt the pulse of my heart calling to you. This was not random. This was not just another message. This was me, breaking through the noise, reaching for your soul, calling you by name. So now, my child, I ask you, what will you declare? Comment below, not just with routine words, but with a holy declaration. Write what stirred your heart. Speak what awakened within you. Declare what you are claiming by faith. Maybe you need to say, I believe you have a big plan for me. Or perhaps, I release my past into your hands. Maybe it's, I will walk by faith, even when I cannot see. Or even just, I am yours. Whatever it is, speak it. Declare it. Share it. Because when you speak, heaven hears. When you write, you seal the moment. When you declare, you make war against doubt. Togdosropathic moment. Note it. Mark it. Anchor it. Let this be the day your spirit said yes. My beloved, don't let this be the only time you come. Return. Every day, return. I am always speaking. I am always reaching. Each video, each word, each whisper is another heartbeat of heaven calling you deeper. Make a vow, not out of pressure, but out of love, to return to this sacred space daily. Not just to listen, but to commune. To sit in my presence. To let me speak life into your dry places. Set your reminder. Make the time. Don't wait until you're desperate. Come even when you feel strong. I have something new for you every day. And when you come, begin with your voice activation ritual, a sacred phrase that unlocks your heart and tunes your spirit to my voice. Whisper it now. Speak, Lord, I am listening. Let it become your rhythm, your posture, your sacred entry into my presence. Say it again tomorrow. Say it in the stillness of morning, in the noise of traffic, in the quiet of your lunch break, or as you lie down to sleep. Say it when you feel close. Say it when you feel far. Say it until your heart softens. Say it until your ears hear. Because I will speak. Every day. Every time you show up. This is not a channel. It is a sanctuary. This is not content. It is communion. This is not performance. It is presence. So come. Return. Rise with me daily. And let these words not be the end, but the beginning of a lifelong encounter with the one who formed you, who walks with you, who crowns you with glory, and who loves you with an everlasting love. Come back tomorrow. I'll be here, waiting, speaking, loving, and remember, you are mine. Revu. Amen. If you believe in me, your Heavenly Father, then like this video and leave a heartfelt amen in the comments. If you want to stay closer to me, then subscribe to this channel.